Hi, my name is Kathleen, and I work at the University of Virginia in Human Resources. And I'm here to share my story about why I chose the Basic Health Plan. So when I signed up for the Basic Health Plan, I was very healthy. I was not on any medications, and I was really drawn to the Basic Plan for its very low premiums and the fact that UVA was going to put $1,000 into that health savings account for me. So that was my main attraction to the Basic Health Plan. But I did end up contributing more to it than just the UVA's contribution because I did want to save for the future, although I figured that that $1,000 would be more than enough for any of my appointments since I was so healthy. Well, then last year I had an unexpected diagnosis of cancer. And so I suddenly was visiting doctors and hospitals every week. And I was very glad that I had money in that health savings account because I was starting to get a lot of bills. I had surgery, I had chemo, I had radiation, so I very quickly hit the out-of-pocket max of $5,500. It doesn't really take very much to hit that max. One overnight hospital stay would do it. So luckily I had enough in my HSA to pay my bills, and I never had to dip into my savings. So I felt very fortunate because I know that that isn't true for everyone. A lot of people have a lot of financial stress when they're going through a serious illness. I mean, going through cancer is hard, so having financial stress on top of that is very difficult. So I'm fortunate that I had enough money in my HSA to cover my bills. After I hit my out-of-pocket max, the insurance kicked in at 100%, which was also very good because my expenses were much, much higher than $5,500. So I was already saving for the next year in my HSA as soon as I paid off my bills because I knew in the next year I was going to have another surgery and I would hit my out-of-pocket max again. And I decided that I wanted to stay with the Basic Plan and not switch to another plan. I really liked how it worked out with the health savings account. So no matter what plan I had enrolled in, I would still have the same out-of-pocket max. So with the Basic Plan, on top of that, I had the lowest premiums, and then I also had the pre-tax dollars that I was putting into my health savings account to pay the bills. So for me, it turned out that having the Basic Health Plan wasn't just good when you're healthy and you don't have many expenses. It actually ended up being a good choice for 2 years of very high expenses. But the only reason it worked out that way is that I had saved money in the health savings account prior to all of that happening. So I think that's the key. You have to be able to save in your HSA to at least cover your deductible of $2,000, if not eventually to be able to cover that out-of-pocket max. So for me, I'm a saver, and that works out well for me. And I know it's not for everyone though. If you feel like you can't put aside that money in your HSA, then it may not be the best choice for you. But for me, I'm going to stick with the Basic Plan because I like the flexibility of the health savings account. I like that I can save money pre-tax for my health expenses. And I like that if I don't use it for health expenses, then that money continues to grow and I never lose that money. It keeps building, and I can even use it in the future during retirement.